Have you ever been captivated by the mysterious and terrifying world of werewolves? From ancient myths and legends to modern-day stories, these legendary shapeshifters have fascinated humanity for centuries. Werewolves, creatures capable of transforming from human to wolf, have appeared in countless stories across various cultures, each adding layers to their mystique. The allure of the werewolf lies not only in its terrifying transformation, but also in its deep-rooted symbolism and cultural significance. In this video, we will embark on a journey through time to uncover the origins of the werewolf myth. We'll explore its connections to ancient mythology, where the lines between man and beast often blurred. We'll dive into the rich folklore and local tales that have shaped our understanding of werewolves, from medieval Europe to the indigenous legends of Native American tribes. The myth of the werewolf dates back to ancient times, with roots deeply embedded in various cultures and their mythologies. One of the earliest and most famous references comes from Greek mythology. The story of Lycaon, a king of Arcadia, is a prominent example. According to the myth, Lycaon incurred the wrath of Zeus, the king of the gods, by serving him a meal made from the flesh of a human child. As punishment, Zeus transformed Lycaon into a wolf, thus giving birth to the legend of the werewolf. This tale not only highlights the theme of transformation, but also underscores the consequences of hubris and the violation of sacred laws. Similarly, Roman mythology provides a rich backdrop for the origins of werewolf legends. The Festival of Lupercalia, an ancient Roman festival celebrated in mid-February, is believed to have connections to wolf mythology. During the festival, priests known as Luperci would dress in goat skins and perform rituals to promote fertility and ward off evil spirits. This celebration, steeped in the symbolism of wolves, further cemented the association between humans and wolves in Roman culture. Beyond the Mediterranean, other ancient cultures also harbored beliefs in human-wolf transformations. In Norse mythology, the berserkers were fierce warriors who wore animal pelts, including those of wolves, and were believed to channel the spirit and ferocity of these animals in battle. These warriors were thought to possess supernatural strength and an uncontrollable rage, embodying the wild and untamed aspects of nature. The connection between berserkers and werewolves highlights the recurring theme of humans drawing power and ferocity from wolves. Native American legends also contribute to the rich history of werewolf mythology. Many tribes have stories of skinwalkers, shamans, or witches who could transform into animals, including wolves. These shapeshifters were often seen as powerful and dangerous beings, capable of using their abilities for both good and evil. The Navajo, in particular, have detailed accounts of skinwalkers, who are believed to gain their powers through dark rituals and malevolent deeds. The rich and varied folklore of werewolf stories spans different cultures and epochs, each contributing to the myth's enduring allure. During the Middle Ages in Europe, tales of werewolves proliferated, embedding themselves deeply into the cultural consciousness. In France, the legend of the Beast of Gavaudan is one of the most infamous werewolf tales. Between 1764 and 1767, a mysterious creature was reported to have attacked and killed over 100 people in the Gavaudan region. The beast was often described as a wolf-like creature with extraordinary strength and size. While the true nature of the beast remains a mystery, the incidents fueled the fear and belief in werewolves among the local population. Germany, too, had its share of werewolf lore. The werewolf trials of the 16th and 17th centuries, similar to the witch trials, saw individuals accused of being werewolves. These trials often involved horrific tortures and executions. One notable case was that of Peter Stump, also known as the Werewolf of Bedburg. In 1589, he was accused of transforming into a wolf and committing gruesome murders. His trial and subsequent execution were widely publicized, reinforcing the terror associated with werewolves. In Eastern Europe, the werewolf myth took on a distinct flavor, intertwining with vampire legends. The Slavic werewolf, or vukodlak, was believed to be a creature that could shift between human and wolf form. Unlike Western European werewolves, who were often depicted as cursed individuals, the vukodlak was seen as a more supernatural entity, sometimes even linked to the dead. This duality of werewolf and vampire in Slavic folklore highlights the region's unique blend of supernatural beliefs. Werewolves were often seen as both protectors and threats in various cultures. In some legends, werewolves were believed to guard communities from evil spirits and other supernatural dangers. In others, they were feared as harbingers of death and destruction, representing the uncontrollable forces of nature. Throughout Europe, different rituals and beliefs emerged regarding werewolves. To become a werewolf, it was said that one had to don a wolf pelt or make a pact with dark forces. Conversely, various methods were believed to protect against or kill werewolves. The use of silver, particularly silver bullets, became a popular trope, believed to be lethal to these creatures. Wolfsbane, a toxic plant, was also considered a powerful deterrent against werewolves. In Native American folklore, particularly among the Navajo, the skinwalker is a central figure. These shapeshifters were believed to have the power to transform into any animal they desired, including wolves. Unlike the European werewolf, the skinwalker was often associated with witchcraft and dark magic. They were feared and respected for their abilities, and stories of their deeds and transformations were passed down through generations. Beyond Europe and America, werewolf-like myths can also be found in African and Asian cultures. In Africa, tales of shapeshifters who can turn into animals like hyenas or leopards are prevalent. Similarly, in parts of Asia, there are legends of people who can transform into tigers or other large predators, reflecting a universal fascination with human-animal transformation. These folklore and local tales illustrate the diverse ways in which the werewolf myth has been interpreted and adapted across different cultures and times. They reflect humanity's enduring fascination with the concept of transformation, the wildness within, and the boundaries between the human and the animal. The myth of the werewolf is rich with themes of transformation and symbolism, reflecting deeper human fears and desires. At its core, the werewolf legend is about the profound change from human to beast, a metamorphosis that taps into the primal aspects of our psyche. The transformation from human to wolf in werewolf myths often symbolizes the unleashing of the inner beast. This transformation is a dramatic representation of the duality within human nature, the conflict between our civilized selves and our wild, untamed instincts. The werewolf, in essence, embodies the animalistic side of humanity that is usually repressed by societal norms and expectations. This duality is central to understanding the allure and horror of the werewolf myth. Psychologically, the werewolf can be seen as a manifestation of the ID, the part of the human psyche that contains our basic, instinctual drives. The violent and uncontrollable nature of the werewolf transformation echoes the fear of losing control over these darker aspects of ourselves. It's a narrative that resonates with our deepest fears about what we might become if we let our base desires take over. The werewolf's transformation is often triggered by the full moon, a symbol with its own rich set of associations. The moon has long been associated with madness, hence the term lunacy, and its phases are thought to influence human behavior. The full moon, in particular, represents a peak, a time when hidden forces come to the fore. This connection between the moon and the werewolf transformation underscores the theme of cyclical change and the idea that our darkest impulses are tied to natural rhythms beyond our control. In many cultures, werewolves also symbolize the fear of the wilderness and the unknown. In medieval Europe, the forest was a place of danger and mystery, home to wild animals and outlaws. The werewolf, as a creature that straddles the line between human society and the untamed forest, represents the fear of what lies beyond the safety of the village. This fear of the wilderness is a metaphor for the unknown parts of the human soul, the areas of our psyche that we cannot fully understand or control. The societal impact of the werewolf myth is significant as well. In various historical contexts, the idea of the werewolf was used to explain and scapegoat those who were different or feared. People accused of being werewolves were often those who lived on the fringes of society, such as hermits or those with mental illnesses. These accusations reflected broader social anxieties about outsiders and the breakdown of social order. The werewolf, in this sense, became a symbol of the dangers posed by those who did not conform to societal norms. Rituals and superstitions surrounding werewolves also reveal much about their symbolic significance. To become a werewolf, it was often said one had to don a wolf's pelt or make a pact with dark forces. This idea of wearing the skin of a wolf symbolizes the shedding of one's humanity and embracing the beast within. Conversely, methods to protect against werewolves, such as the use of silver bullets or wolfsbane, represent society's efforts to control and contain these dangerous transformations. In modern times, the symbolism of the werewolf has evolved but remains potent. Contemporary portrayals often explore themes of identity, transformation, and the struggle to reconcile different parts of oneself. In literature, film, and television, werewolves are frequently depicted as tragic figures who must grapple with their dual nature. These modern interpretations highlight the enduring power of the werewolf myth to speak to our deepest fears and desires. The werewolf myth has undergone significant evolution over the centuries, adapting to the changing fears and fascinations of different eras. In modern times, werewolves have become a staple of literature, film, television, and pop culture, each medium offering new interpretations and dimensions to the legend. The literary world has played a crucial role in shaping modern perceptions of werewolves. One of the earliest and most influential works is The Werewolf of Paris by Guy Endore, published in 1933. This novel, often referred to as the Dracula of werewolf literature, blends historical fiction with supernatural horror, setting the stage for many werewolf stories that followed. Cinema has perhaps had the most significant impact on the werewolf myth. The 1941 film, The Wolfman, starring Lon Chaney Jr., is a landmark in horror cinema. It introduced many of the tropes and visual imagery associated with werewolves, including the transformation scenes and the use of silver bullets. This film solidified the werewolf's place in popular culture and inspired countless other movies. In the 1980s, films like An American Werewolf in London and The Howling brought a new level of sophistication to werewolf stories, combining horror with dark humor and impressive special effects. These films explored the psychological aspects of transformation and the horror of losing one's humanity, resonating with audiences on a deeper level. Television has also embraced the werewolf myth, bringing it into the homes of millions. Shows like Buffy the Vampire Slayer, Teen Wolf, and True Blood have featured werewolves as central characters, often depicting them as complex and relatable figures rather than mere monsters. These portrayals emphasize themes of identity, transformation, and the struggle to control one's darker impulses. The Twilight series by Stephenie Meyer and its film adaptations have also had a significant impact on modern werewolf lore. In these stories, werewolves are portrayed as protectors and allies, offering a more sympathetic and heroic view of these creatures. This shift reflects broader trends in supernatural fiction, where monsters are often given more nuanced and multifaceted roles. Werewolves have also found a place in the world of comics and video games. In the Marvel Universe, characters like Wolverine and Werewolf by Night blend the werewolf myth with superhero elements, creating compelling and action-packed narratives. Video games such as the Elder Scrolls series and The Witcher franchise feature werewolves as formidable adversaries and sometimes playable characters, allowing players to explore the myth in interactive and immersive ways. The enduring appeal of werewolves in modern culture can be attributed to their versatility as symbols. They represent the duality of human nature, the conflict between civilization and primal instincts, and the fear of losing control. Modern stories often delve into these themes, exploring the werewolf as a metaphor for personal and societal struggles. The werewolf myth has also been used to address contemporary issues such as identity, otherness, and transformation. In many modern interpretations, werewolves grapple with their dual nature, seeking to balance their human and animal sides. This struggle resonates with audiences who face their own internal conflicts and challenges. The influence of werewolves extends beyond entertainment into fashion, music, and even social media. Werewolf-themed merchandise, cosplay, and fan communities thrive, reflecting the deep connection people feel to these legendary creatures. Modern representations of werewolves have evolved to reflect contemporary themes and concerns, while still retaining the core elements that make the myth so compelling. From classic horror films to contemporary TV shows and video games, werewolves continue to capture our imagination and explore the complex nature of humanity. As we move forward, the werewolf myth is likely to keep evolving, offering new and exciting interpretations for future generations. From ancient myths to modern pop culture, the journey of the werewolf is a testament to its enduring appeal. These creatures continue to fascinate us, symbolizing the wild and untamed aspects of human nature. Whether in ancient legends or contemporary media, werewolves remain a powerful symbol of our deepest fears and desires.